Hey guys, it's Fana, and thank you so much for watching. This is the last and biggest and best contest prize for Furgio Games, who won first place for my Draw My OCs contest, which you guys have probably heard too much about, but they're my characters, and I love them, and I want everyone else to love them, so I'm going to keep mentioning it. Anyway, this was probably the biggest prize that first place would win, which was a full body, full background, complex composition. And if you guys know me, you know I hate doing backgrounds. I hate it. It's so hard. But I did it. This is the same character, Sebastian, that I did a chibi of, the chibi that turned into the keychain and the stickers for Furgio. And that all got sent off to where she lives, and it's great. But I was saving the worst for last. Worst meaning the most complex for myself. But, you know, it actually was not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. Sebastian is sitting in a tree because when Furgio sent me the email with what he did or his personality and such, she said that he enjoyed walks in the forest, and I just took that as, oh, let's do this cool, I'm hanging out in a tree, maybe I'm sleeping kind of pose. And as you'll see, I ended up doing the tree first before I colored him because I was like, I need to just get this out of the way. And I looked at some tutorials and then was like, heck with it, I'll just figure it out myself. So it's a lot of scribbles that maybe would sort of kind of look like trees. Yes, reference photos are wonderful too. Look at references, guys. I know I really push them, but please just do it. As you guys have probably noticed, all my time and energy has been spent on making contest prizes. And you probably, well, you might be wondering, probably not, but you might be, Fana, aren't you getting a little burnt out? Like, don't you miss drawing your characters? We miss seeing your characters. Yeah, I am feeling a little burnt out from all these contest prizes. I offered way too many things, especially for my first real contest. I think it was because I wanted more people to get involved and to kind of lure more people in and entice them. And the winners have been so sweet and so nice, and they've been waiting patiently as I do my best to complete these prizes in a timely fashion. But it gets frustrating. It's great drawing other people's characters. It's like a new trial run. You're testing out a car at a car dealership. But it's not yours. You're not familiar with it. You don't know the ins and outs of the characters. So especially when you do commissions or requests or contest prizes or anything that involves someone else's baby, you have this weird feeling in the back of your head of, am I doing them justice? Is this how they actually are? My big thing is, am I drawing them out of character? Which to me, I know personally, is kind of a pet peeve of mine. When I see characters that are not true to their actual nature. But then I remind myself that I have trouble when drawing other people's characters, and other people, when they draw my characters, don't know the inside workings of their head. So I can't judge other people because I do the same thing. And some creators and owners of characters are a lot more forgiving than others. Some want you to mess around and have AUs and this and that. And others want you to try to stick as true to the character itself as humanly possible. And I always try to ask permission, or I try to, when I do commissions, be sure to ask what is their personality? Is there a particular thing that you want them to be doing? Is there something that you definitely don't want? Because as an artist, I do want to have some kind of level of artistic freedom, but if I'm drawing something for someone else, I want it to be something that they like, and I don't want them to regret either having spent money on me, or I don't want them to not like something that I've spent a lot of time on. So this is when you really need to have a good relationship between the person drawing the character and the owner of the character. And then again, some people, like some of my good friends, I could draw their character any way I wanted because they're my friends and they know that I'm just being goofy or this and that. And they can do the same thing with me. But I really think in more of a serious aspect, like contest prizes like this, or definitely commissions where that's a much more serious topic, you need to try to really communicate with the owner or the parent of the OC. But that doesn't mean that I don't have fun drawing other people's characters. It's kind of like, as a parent, sometimes you just get really tired and you need a night out. And someone has to babysit your kids. So right now, it's like I'm on vacation and someone else is watching my OCs. Honestly, right now, no one is watching my OCs. My children are running rampant by themselves, doing God knows what, probably getting into trouble, knowing them. But that analogy sounded so much better in my head. It does make sense. It really does make sense. Because you get bored with your characters, and you know how to draw them, and you know their inner workings, and this and that. And having a new model and a new project to work on, it gives you a sense of challenge, almost. Because I, a lot of times, have a hard time drawing other people's characters, their hair. Because that artist has a particular style. And a lot of times you can see an artist's style in their hair. Hair and faces, I feel like, are the big two things of how styles differ. Because the owner might have it down pat how they draw their character's hair. And me, as the new babysitter, I have no clue how you style this hair. I don't know how to draw this. And with this character here, Sebastian, I had better success than I've had with other people's characters. And it's also, again, I don't want to mess it up, but you have to have a sense of freedom of, like, I might mess it up, or it might not look exactly the same because my style is different than yours. My style has a lot more lines and thin strands, and it's a lot more flippy than, as you can see in the reference, Furgio's style. Her style is more of the lines of the hair is the outline, whereas mine are more of chunks and individual strands. And so that's exciting, and it's fun to try to figure out how to make her style into my style. And that's why new characters are fun. A lot of times artists will open requests of other people's characters because they want to practice on something that they don't necessarily are comfortable with doing. And I feel like that's important. But also, do not request an artist to draw your character unless they specifically open requests. That's a big thing, guys. Artists do not want to be creating stuff for free unless they say so themselves. It's very rude to them if you automatically assume that they will spend their time and energy drawing your characters. If you like their art enough to want them to draw your character, you need to like it enough to pay for it. And that's my little spiel. But anyway, back to drawing other people's characters. I do miss drawing my characters a little bit. I have had the chance to doodle some things here and there, but since this is my first obligation, I feel like it's very important to try to finish the prizes before I work on my own stuff. That doesn't mean that I haven't done some of my own things. I just haven't sat down and necessarily done a massive project, except for one. I did a painting, I think. Because to me, I made a promise, and I need to keep that promise. And it has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed this, and as of right this second, all of first place and all of second place are finished. I have sent out, I have completed, I have mailed the files, I've mailed the packages. It's done. I just have third place to do, but I made the goal to myself that I would complete first and second before I went back to school. And I have, and I go back to school in a week. So that's kind of exciting. But I do have some personal things I want to do. I have a commission that I need to work on, but I told the commissioner that contest prizes are first. And I hope you liked this rant. And I am very happy with how this turned out. It's a real background and it actually looks like a tree and leaves, and yay! That's exciting for me, because it shows that I actually can do it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you have a phenomenal day and keep being extraordinary. Bye!